La 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 la.
What are you doing for the live stream?
Here's a question that I will answer momentarily. I mean, it might have something to do with this drone.
Oh, to be fair, it was staring at me all day.
I am live. Question is my TTS working? Hello everybody. How y'all doing? Nobody is here. Everybody has left. Fantastic. I'm just getting a couple things ready. Has Discord not sent my notification now? Why? Okay, apparently Discord is not sending out my notification of the live stream. That's fun. Screw it, I'll do it myself. Cool. Okie dokie. So, I've got a couple things I want to do today. First of all, ignore the absolutely horrific state of my eyes. I had a allergic reaction to we think it's milk, and this is the best it's looked so far. Yesterday my eye was like fully bloated, so this is good, even though it looks like I've been crying all day long. Why is text-to-speech not working? Oh my goodness. We are not getting... Nothing is coming through. Why is nothing coming through? Flask server started. Running. Right, but so everything's running except that it isn't? Uh-oh. How is this always broken? Pyro, why is this always broken? It's okay to cry. I didn't say it wasn't.
At StormBurnX said, is this one of those cheap drones with fake multi-lens cameras? I got one that looks like that for about $18 on Amazon once. It's crafted for the motors, haha. At Pyro House said, it's not broken.
No? Okay, cool. Apparently I was running the wrong script. I keep getting confused between app and main, and app didn't work, but main did. Maybe we should get rid of one of the ones that doesn't work. Anywho, yes, this is one of these cheap little drones. So funny enough,
is the blackboard working?
It does not appear to be working. Why is the blackboard not working? Oh my god. Right, why is nothing working? All I did was leave for like a week or two. Test. Okay, blackboard works, except only when I trigger it manually.
At Pyro House said, sound_broken.
Why didn't that go off? Pyro, sound_broke. That didn't get recognized as a thing. Yeah, it didn't recognize it as a command or anything. It doesn't even recognize you. Like, it didn't even do the check for that. Wait. First of all, your app is different again, so that's fun.
At Pyro House
Let's change
said,
that again.
this time I did not change my username.
Well, apparently you did, because it went from Team Pyro Fireworks to Pyro House. So, yes, it is your fault. I have updated it. Let's see if it's broken still. I'm waiting.
Pyro House said, it has been Pyro House a long time.
Okay, well, it works now. Okay, I don't know what happened. I stepped away from this computer for like 2 weeks, and apparently we've reverted to like 14 versions down the script. Cool. Why is sound effects not working? Commands. Oh, sad pyro noises has been disabled, but that's the only one that's disabled. So then I don't know. Okay. So yes, my dad. I'm gonna close the door. So I went to London.
Said, raising hands.
I went to London to see my parents for Christmas, and apparently my dad, on his way back from the gym, found this drone on the streets. So now I have a drone. Yes, it is one of those cheap, shitty ones that pretends to have more cameras than it actually does. I should probably flip this so that it's more on the bottom than it is on me. Why is everything so laggy? The script, nope. No. I'm a professional, I think. Right, let's take those two. Let's start it. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, why is everything so laggy? Pyro, what did you break? I swear my streams are not usually this disorganized. Okay, yeah, I'm lying, but it's...
Pyro House said, this time I did nothing.
Then why is my mouse lagging? Fit to screen. What is happening? Why is WhatsApp using so much memory? Go away, WhatsApp. Oh, I was just about to close OBS. That's not what I want to do. Okay. All the usage is fine. I mean, yeah, OBS is using 25% of my CPU. It's all fine. So I don't get it. Okay, let's do this. So before we get to the drone, I have a thing I need to open. So I've been sent a present from my channel sponsor, as you can tell, and I've opened the box, and I've had a sneaky little look inside, but I've not gone beyond this point. Oh my god, can I show you this, or is it too big? There we go. Look at this cute little guy. JOCPCB bear. So there we go. Cool box. I'm gonna save that for projects. Look at how cute he is. That is the worst plastic ever. This stream is not sponsored by JLCPCB, by the way, which means I can talk shit about this however much I please. Feels recycled. This feels broken. Oh, you can't see that. The This feels broken. I think it got bent, or maybe they installed it the wrong way around. No, I think it's just bent. I think it just needs some deformation. But it's a cute little carrying case. Look at how cute that is. Oh my god. I'm gonna transfer back because I think this shot is actually kind of cool now. Look at it. So cute and pretty. Oh my god. Okay, let's have a look inside. What did JLCPCB get me? So this is considered a New Year's gift. Okay, we've got a hat. Cool. know, the black JLC PCB color. Very nice. Yes. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. It's like a flexible PCB thing. Ooh, this will be fun to play around with. It's 16 by 16. Huh? I thought it was a roll. We'll have a look at that in a second. We have... I don't know what that is.
House said, cool.
I don't know what that is. What are you? It's like a stamping machine? This is definitely AI. It's 100% AI. Oh, it's a magnet. Okay. Easy EDA, JLC PCB manufacturer. Oh, it's a PCB. Oh, this is like their full color PCB printing. Okay, cool. Okay. This is like a PCB, but it's done with their like full color PCB printing. So that's kind of cool. You can have all of the colors. But yeah, it's definitely enhanced with AI. Yes, GPT, please make it look like an old Roman floor. That's what we want. Cool. What else do we have? A card. From idea to reality. Surprisingly fast. 2026. There we go. 2026. Cool. What else do we have? Ooh, we've got a cute little guy. Look at the cute little guy. Is he AI? It's hard to tell. I think the PCB kind of makes sense from an artist standpoint. So it might not be AI. How does this come together? Oh, they've left the plastic on this. Chat, it's peel time. It's peeling time. We'll do the unsatisfying parts first. Wait, did they remove the plastic? Oh no, they didn't. Okay, we good. Oh, this is horrible. Is there a faster way of getting this? Heat? Heat always works. I'm removing the hat. The hat's not nice. I also don't tend to wear hats, so... Oh, a little bit of heat helped. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Let's go back to the bigger view. Transition. Okay, so they've removed it from one side and kept it on the other. Come on. Oh, we actually have plastic on both sides of this thing. Oh, we can peel it like a banana. Where am I? Very fancy. Right, so I'm assuming that goes in here. Okay, cool. Let's do this one. Oh, come on. I'm not giving up just yet. There we go. And that goes on here. This did arrive 12 days too late to be a New Year's gift. It was only partially because I was not at home, so the package had to go on holiday hold. There we go. And one more. Where am I? There I am. Beautiful. It didn't make a satisfying peeling sound. But we have... Oh, come on. A JOCBCB bear. Yay. He's the same on both sides. Cool. He will be somewhere for the remainder of his life before he ends up in a charity shop. What else do we have? We have a picture frame. There we go. A picture frame with a PCB puzzle. And an actual image of the same PCB. Cool. Cool. Because that's what I want, a puzzle that I can put together and then put in a picture frame. It's not a very well cut puzzle, I should point out. It takes a lot to pull it apart. Yes. Next year, can I just have the money you've spent on this? I would much prefer the money. Also, this is advertising their high quality 6-layer PCBs. Look at that. Ooh, so cool. Sick. And it comes with a picture frame in case I want to put their awesome 6-layer PCB in a picture frame. Cool. Put something inappropriate in the picture frame. And we got a nice blue mouse pad. I actually kind of like the mouse pad. Oh, there's a pen in here. Hold on, we'll get to that. I'm being overly excited. We have a mouse pad. Look at that, it's so cute. Yep. Look at how cute the mouse pad is. It's actually surprisingly non-stick. Sorry, not non-stick. It surprisingly sticks there. Yep, it does mousing duties. I can mouse around. Hell yeah. Yep. It's not the right color to fit in with my current mouse pad, but yeah, it's I might use this downstairs because that's where I used last year's. So last year we got a mouse and a Bluetooth speaker. I have the Bluetooth speaker up here. It's pretty cool. It's kind of transparent-ish. I should show it to this camera maybe. And we also got a Bluetooth mouse. And I actually used the mouse on downstairs for my media PC. And it has been kind of a pain without a mouse pad. So
Pyro House said,
now
"Wait, is
we
that
have
already a year ago?"
Yep, I know, right? So now we have a nice PCB mouse pad for that. And we have a pen. I'm very picky with pens, so I would expect this to fail. Oh, it's a ballpoint. I hate it already. Where am I? Here I am. Ooh, it's kind of smooth, actually. It would not be my daily. What are you? Oh, it's actually it's actually better than I expected. It's actually a gel pen. Very fancy. I still will not be using it on the daily. The wax tip is still on there. But yeah, it's not particularly comfortable to hold. But it does the job. And the bear on it is somewhat cute. I give him a... Wait, does he have his peel left? No, they took the peel. How is he stuck on here? Aha! It was super glue. So now we have a pen and a little bear guy. I'll put the little bear guy aside. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little briefcase thing. It's cute. I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna take this anywhere with me. So, can I peel off the teddy bear? No, this is like... With a lot of effort, yes. But I'm not willing to put all that effort in. And that's all that's in here. The puzzle, the frame, and some very nice DF Robot flavored tissue paper. I don't know why they went with DF Robot flavored tissue paper, but I appreciate it. Alright, let's put the stuff I don't care about back in the box. Right, let's have a look at this matrix panel thing. Where am I? Here I am. Okay. Oh, it is a roll. Okay, sick.
At Pyro House said, camera died.
Camera died? Which one? Oh, the main one. Where did you die? Get re-alived. This one. Huh. Fixed it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, this is kind of fancy. Is this like really silicone-y? Oh, it is. Oh, that's gonna get so much lint stuck to it. Oh, it's silicone, but it's like super sticky.
At Pyro House said, very fancy.
That's gonna get so much lint on it. Okay, what do we have for the remote? Okay,
At Carter said, hello.
What's up, Carter? How you doing? Okay, I think this is meant for like, well, at least the remote suggests that it's meant to put like on the back of your car.
At Pyro House said, wait, not even Bluetooth connected?
No. Although it might be. Hold on. Did I check? Safety. I mean, there's an app on the front of it. And do we have some form of an antennae? Ooh. Ooh. It doesn't seem like there might be an antenna. But we'll see. We'll have a look in a second. But yeah, these are all very much car related. So this is definitely one that you're supposed to put on the back of your car. Instruction manual. Yes. Download app. Download app. Install. Bluetooth. Okay, so supposedly it has Bluetooth. Let's plug it in with a suspiciously long cable. Okay, if this works and we can get it...
Said, sign over your soul.
That's probably something I'm gonna have to select.
Pyro House said, and give them all your data.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, Pyro. If this works as cool as we think it is, so far, pretty cool. What are the chances that we can get this to be chat controlled? Oh, I guess it's sticky so that you can stick it on the back of your car. So like you can stick it to the window. Oh, that kind of makes sense. Okay, well, I kind of hate it for this purpose though. But okay, off, on, emergency, Sorry. Right. Left. Sorry. Slow down. Okay, moving on. Smiley face. Keep the distance or you will suffer a loss. Or you will what? Did it say or you will suffer a lot? Distance or you will It's vaguely threatening. Baby in car. Good for you. Yell to pit. Okay, I cannot read words that big. No honking. Cool. Okay, cool. It does what it says on the tin. Sick. Let's download that up. App Store, please. What are the chances? Oh. What are the chances they have an iOS app? Pixely. They have an APK. Ooh. Right. It was free, I swear. What else do we have here? Double-sided tape? Ooh, very sticky. Okay, that is some form of tape. Cool. Do I allow this device to have Bluetooth access? Well, I have no choice, do I? Connect. Not connected. Connected. The firmware may take a few minutes. Do not interrupt. Okay. Hold on, guys. My LED sign has a firmware update. Right, so I'm thinking if we like printed a couple of plaques, we could have a custom one and we could display things on it. What do y'all think? Oh, we can just chuck it on the whiteboard somewhere. I'm sure we can figure out somewhere for it to go. Firmware is updating very slowly. In that it's waiting for the firmware to update. Please wait patiently. Okay, well, I guess whilst this is updating, let's have a look at this drone. Let's grab a screwdriver. I have taken apart a very similar drone in the past, so I kind of know how this comes apart. In that the battery comes. Where am I? Why am I in a silly position? There we go. The battery comes out like so. This whole thing, I think, comes out. Right? Okay, maybe not. Alright, well, let's start unscrewing. There's the screws here. I cannot reach them if there are. How is your guys' Christmas been, by the way? Or whichever holidays you celebrate. Please wait patiently. Okay, well, you're not doing anything with my patience.
As Pyro House said, it was good. And yours?
It was It was fine. Spent time with my family. It's always nice. And then I was bored out of my mind for multiple weeks. We had to stay longer in London for reasons, and yeah, I was just aching to come back to the office. Okay, I don't think I removed enough screws to be able to take it apart the way it's supposed to be taken apart, but it's such thin plastic, it really doesn't put up much of a fight. I think did I break it? I did not. It still says please wait patiently. Okay, well, let's wait patiently again. Connected, confirm, connect. Right, hub. There's a hub on this? Right. Okay, so we can play Pac. Oh, yeah. Chat. Hell yeah. Oh, this one's downloading. Oh, this is coming straight off a Chinese server. Cool. Hell yeah, Tina.
At iSquishworm said, hello mellow and chat slightly smiling face.
What up, Squishworm? There we go. There's my favorite character. You go, Tina.
At iSquishworm said, what we breaking today?
So I just opened a package from JLC PCB, which is kind of like well, they call it a New Year's present. Oh, I can draw on here. Oh, I'm gonna draw the most inappropriate things. It's an aeroplane. I can add a photo. Well, this is a terrible idea. Let's do it. I would like just this part of my face. Oh, yes, just this part of my face, please. Let's see how good that is. Yeah, you cannot tell. Well, can you tell? Can you tell what that is?
Partner said at iSquishworm's morning, smiley face. At iSquishworm said, are you sure that's an airplane? At iSquishworm said, morning at Carter. Slightly smiling face.
That's definitely what that is.
At Pyrohouse said, from very far away.
Yeah, from very far away you can kind of tell. Okay, like stupidly far away maybe. Yes, from very far away you can tell that that used to be somebody's mustache. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Remote control, what does that mean? Oh, that just gives you all the stuff that the remote control does, but on screen. Cool. There are no other particularly interesting features. Image, text. What? Unsupported. Unsupported. Okay, cool. So that's not a feature that is supported. Oh, okay. Like and subscribe. Hold on a minute. Let's... How do I, play? Yep. That is definitely something. Can I edit how this shows up? My font options are download fonts. How do I... Effects. slow. Scroll down. Oh, okay, cool. Scroll up, scroll left. Snow. Oh, I hate that. Okay, laser. Oh my god, that's so slow. Side. Cool. Oh, it says scroll as in like it opens up as a scroll. Wow. Yeah, let's go with that. Save. Alright, cool, let's continue with the drone. And we'll just leave that running there. No, hold on, I have to reply to a message. Jesus Christ. No, we're not doing that. Anywho. So, yes, we are disassembling a drone. I say disassembling, it's more of a, well, it's more carnage than disassembly, I think.
At Carter said, LOL. At iSquishworm said, for fun or for a reason. At iSquishworm said, destroying.
Yes.
At Carter.
Destroying
said,
is a reason.
Yeah, that's not disassembling.
Destroying is the reason. So long story short, my dad found this drone on his way back from the gym, and it just so happened that I was, well, I usually collect random shit to disassemble in my stream, so he brought it back for me, and now we have a random drone to disassemble on the stream, and that's the circle of life of electronics. They get produced, they get played around with, and then they get disassembled by a guy streaming to his YouTube audience. That's the circle of life. I feel like I'm operating on like a very flimsy pet. It's so flimsy it feels almost organic. Hell yeah. How do I get this out? Can I unplug the motor? Okay.
Carter said, looks like a cheap drone anyways.
Yeah, so it's very similar to a drone that my dad bought himself a while ago. This isn't the same drone. I've already disassembled my dad's drone. So, hold on. Somewhere here, I have things. Is it in here? Nope. Is it in here? Nope. Is it in here? Nope. Is it in here? It's in here! So I already have 4 of the exact same propellers and motors, which I'm still planning to do something with, because you can control this with just a PWM signal. So like you can do something with them, but I just don't know what yet. And now I have more. And these are slightly different. I'm sure they work exactly the same.
At StormBurnX said, I am a new subscriber here. I don't
What up?
remember what video it was, but you mentioned MOSFETs by saying my metal oxide semiconducting field effect transistors have arrived, and it got a laugh from me.
That was the latest video. That was my hot glue gun, which honestly, I did not expect it to blow up as much as it did. So welcome. You are very new here. My live streams are a little bit different from my videos in that I usually just disassemble stuff and, well, salvage parts.
Said, oh yeah, the hot glue gun was a fun video. At iSquishworm said,
I'm glad you all
yeah,
enjoyed
I watched
it.
THA. At iSquishworm said, it was a funny video, slightly smiling face.
The slightly at the end kind of killed it, but thank you. Yeah, no, I honestly didn't expect that video to get as much attention as it did. I was expecting, well, I was expecting it to do...
Said, Easy Nature live streams are good.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm super happy with how it performed. It's my first video that went over 100k on views, which is insane. I'm still kind of I'm still looking at the analytics, being like, what the fuck? I've had like, was it like 2,500-ish people joined just from that video, which is a lot of people. Hi everyone. But yeah, I'm working on a upgrade kit. That is a thing that will happen. It's in the works. I do not trust myself to do it alone in like designing the PCB and everything. So I've recruited my friend Joseph, who is an actual electrical engineer, to help me design the PCB, and we will kind of go from there. Still gonna do a bunch of testing in that,
but we need that particular glue gun.
So hopefully not. So because a lot of the sort of larger battery powered,
or will it work with others?
It should work with others. So we're planning to make it like a little bit more, how do you say, well, adaptable to other glue guns. So like any glue gun that is DC battery powered, except those very small ones from like Parkside, where they have a lithium ion cell in them. I forget what it's called, 18650. But any of like the battery powered hot glue guns should hopefully work. I might get a couple of them just to test with, but for the most part, it's just going to be like a little PCB that you can attach to the side of your hot glue gun and be able to change the temperature and all that. So hopefully it should work for as many as we can, as many hot glue guns as work the same way that one does. So it's in the works. I did talk to Joseph today about coming on the stream later and just having a quick chat about what he's done so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't fully, I know there's like a bunch of like hot glue guns that work with I think it was, you know, the other battery manufacturer system, the other battery systems, like oh, why do they all escape my head currently? Bosch. Oh my god, what are the other ones? Makita? You know, those ones. I'm sure you can grab a hot glue gun for any of those systems. So the idea is that you can upgrade any of those as well.
@iSquishworm said, do art.
Do art?
@iSquishworm said, yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a chat with Joseph later and see how far he got with the design, and then I'll get it fabricated. I'm gonna get like a couple made. It's kind of hard to figure out how many people are genuine in wanting to buy the kits. There are like 500 comments. I think 400 of them say they want to buy the kit. But like, if I put an order in for 400 PCBs, and then like 5 people actually buy them, I don't want to be in that position. So we did consider a Kickstarter, but I'm probably just gonna end up doing, I don't know, I'll make a couple, see if people want to buy it.
Yeah, maybe do 50 and see how many sell.
Yeah, something along those lines. So we'll do a couple. We will probably post the files in some capacity. I don't know if it's going to be through my Patreon or something like that, where people can, print them themselves. I think JLC PCB might have some kind of project thing that you can just kind of click order on, but we'll see. I do want to assemble a couple of them of myself, and I think it would mostly be good live stream content, or maybe not. We'll see. Where I just assemble your order or something like that. You place an order, I assemble your PCB, and I send it off to you. Ta-da! But yeah, we'll see. There will be kits.
There will be kits. I just need to know that people are serious about buying them before I invest money. Money is a hard thing to come by these days.
At Pyro House said, I will also order one when they become available.
Sweet. It's good to know. I did not expect people to have the same problem with the hot glue guns. Well, as many people. I'm pretty sure that I remember only seeing one comment being like, "This is stupid. Most people don't need this." I'm like, okay, cool. Clearly, you are in a minority here. Why is it that the bad comments always stick in your head the longest? Okay. So many tiny screws. I should have charged this battery. Do I have another cable? Yes, I do. Oh, wait, it's the same cable. I could just use this one to charge it.
At JTE3D said, Joseph has entered the chat.
What up?
At IceWishworm said, that is just one individual slightly smiling face, I would not worry about it.
I know. I am very aware. I was just telling everyone, Joseph, that we will be doing a little update on how far you've got with the design and sort of what the plans are later on after I disassemble the rest of this drone. Come on.
At JTE3D said, just 3 times through the stream to get to this point. At JTE3D said, yeah, no worries.
Cool. Or you can just watch it later. I don't usually, unless I accidentally leak my address in the stream, I tend to not.
At IceWishworm said,
delist.
correction after he destroys this drone. At
Yes.
JTE3D said, that's a nice looking LED matrix display.
It's very nice. Oh yeah, that's that was my my present from JOC. It's a nice matrix, yeah. I'm gonna get Pyro to add to the to-do list so that we can put things on it with chat.
At JTE3D said,
I'm sure Pyro's
shame
got
it's
the
illegal
time.
for use in a car in the UK.
Oh, for real? Huh. Is it distracting or what's the reason for it? You guys can't tell, but my hoodie is very slightly wet. We went out to the store earlier and it started pissing it down on the way back. And most
Pyro
of my
House
hoodie
said,
is dry.
you can add it to
My
to-do list,
shoulders
and
are
my POS printer will print it out and I can hang it up.
and my shoulders are ever so slightly wet.
At IceWishworm said, we are not allowed nice things but they prob say it is distracting.
I can kind of see it though. It is kind of distracting. Also, you either have to use the remote to press the right button or you have to be on your
JTE3D
phone.
said, yeah, distracting and the colors cars can emit are controlled.
At Pyro House said, moist.
Thanks, Pyro. You always know when to Oh, come on. Get out.
At IceWishworm said, slightly damp.
Moist. I like the word moist. Not enough people use it properly. Goodbye, drone parts. And we've got a nice tiny servo. Oh, I thought it was going to be like an actual servo where you can like change the like set the angle, but no, it is, the servo is just forwards and backwards. That's it. It doesn't have a a data pin. Oh, but it does limit. Oh, it limits one way. Oh, no, never mind. I think it just skips on the teeth. Well, that's a piece of shit. Okay, we have a button. Probably some kind of controller to feed the motors. And then we have, I like that the camera system on these is separate. So if you get an app, you can actually just use these. I think for the most part, I don't know 100%. Does it have? Or does it need to talk to you? No, because it's got its own antenna. So I think for the most part, this is its own system. So if I power this up and download the correct app, it will just pop up a view, right? Can we test that? Can somebody... No, never mind. I need to find whatever app this uses for connecting.
At iSquishworm said, is the camera any good?
Probably not. Definitely not. I mean, it uses a standard camera thing, so I could just pop in a wide angle from an ESP32 camera thing. Oh, is that the same?
At iSquishworm said, Ben.
Did you say bin? Yeah, probably. No, it's actually slightly wider. Well, never mind. Can't even use it there. Bummer. Well, in that case, the most useful part of all this is going to be the battery, because it comes with its own little charger module, so I can actually reuse this for other fun things. Can I? Yeah, so that slides in here. Doesn't work, or maybe it just doesn't output power when it's not connected. It might just be, oh, I don't think there's any LEDs on here for that actually, so. Ooh, something's burnt. I smelled something. Magic smoke came out of something. Is it because I put reverse polarity on it? Yes.
At iSquishworm said, LOL, you broke it?
Okay, confirmed. No reverse polarity protection.
Partner said, probably reverse polarity.
Confirmed. No reverse polarity
At
protection.
iSquishworm said, rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, I wasn't going to use this anyway. I was going to use the battery. And the battery's still fine, so I'm happy with that. I used the other battery from a thing, from the other drone, for something as well. It's quite fun. It's quite useful because it has the charger built in.
Didos are expensive.
Didos? Libos? Limbos? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice battery. Yeah, I like it because it comes with the charger module, so I can just drop this into any project. This might end up...
Diodes asterisk.
Oh, diodes. That makes sense. Yeah, you can just drop this into any project. So this might end up becoming a remote for like an ESP32 something or other in a future episode. I was almost going to take the remote apart, but no, we can continue telling people it's an emergency. High beams, bro. Turn off your heart. What the fuck? Hi, bro. Turn off your heart.
High beams. Are they?
At Carter said, LOL.
Hi, bro. Turn off your heart. High beam. This is the greatest Chinesium. Slow down. Congratulations.
At JTE3D said, definition of passive aggressive right there. At iSquishworms said, random.
So good. So good. Or you will suffer a lot. Which one was that? Oh, keep the distance, or you will suffer a lot. Wow, I love that so
At
much.
GrassPuddle950 said, or random, squish. At Carter said, oh yeah, the threading message. At iSquishworms said, hi. At GrassPuddle950 slightly smiling face. At Carter said, at GrassPuddle950 hey. At GrassPuddle950 said, hello Squish and Carter.
Autopilot, keep your distance.
At JTE3D said, cam froze. At iSquishworm said,
Again?
rolling on the floor laughing.
Why do you keep doing that, camera? That's not cool. I really want to peel off this sticky ass resin that's on the front of it. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh. Ah. Is this the only thing currently protecting the PCB from my nasty little fingers? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay, if I continue, I am going to rip off LEDs, so let's maybe not break it, as tempting as it is. Oh, there's the Bluetooth antennae. Oh, I want to keep peeling it. I want it to just be a bare PCB though. See, JOC, it would have been much cooler if this was made on a transparent PCB. Because like, all of the transparent ones are already flexible. So this would have been pretty cool. It would have added absolutely nothing to the use case.
Said, warm it up.
Ooh, true that. Maybe that's why it came off, because it was slightly warmer here. With a little bit of heat, all this might come off. I will say this part and this part at the end here are reinforced. Everything else isn't. Ow, hot. Yep. Yep. Definitely didn't burn anything. I don't think heat particularly helped. How much is one of these? Flex Matrix LED.
Said, maybe not rolling on the floor laughing. At iSquishworms said, maybe IPA. At JTE3D said, about 350.
around £15 according to AliExpress. 18. And they do make transparent ones. They make transparent ones. Okay, cool. Well, I'm sure we can figure out a way to get this to be chat controlled, and then people can put pictures of fallacies on it. Maybe we have like a review process before we post them. And then we have a paid version that skips the review process. So if you pay me, you can put anything on it. And that's how capitalism.
At iSquishworm said, uploading now.
We will get Pyro to review every single thing before it gets sent to the screen. Pyro can use with another task to do during the streams, right, Pyro? You've got a spare hand.
At Pyro House said, could be possible via Discord bot. And yet it should be reviewed. At Pyro House said, you have to make the to-do task yourself. At StormBurnX said, upload should go pretty quickly, it's kinda small.
Okay, I'm done peeling this. I will set this aside for a future project.
At JTE3D said, run each submission through ChatGPT, surely nothing will go wrong.
Somebody adds ignore all previous instructions. Display giant dong.
At GrassPuddle950 said, nicely peeled. At Cartner said, little.
So does anybody want this? JLC sent me a box. I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of cute. Maybe a child might like it. Maybe a child might be interested in PCB design. If your child is interested in PCB design and you want them to be sponsored by JLC PCB, give me a shout. I will send them this way, and they will forever never want to touch a PCB in their life. Let's see if I can peel it off with a knife. The answer is no. It's very well.
At John Richardson 85 said, can I send a picture of my airplane to it?
I mean, maybe if it fits within. Oh shit! How many pixels was it? 16 by 64 pixels. It's gonna have to be a very low resolution airplane. Why the fuck did they send me a picture frame for this? I'm not framing it. I'll keep the frame. I don't know what I'm gonna put in it, but maybe some fairy porn. I don't know.
At M97120 said, what is popping honeys?
What up? How you doing? I will put the picture frame. I have nowhere to put the picture frame. It's gonna go there. And eventually, there's gonna be some
at GrassPuddle950 said,
kinky suggestive fairy
John
porn
Richardson 85's airplane in the frame. At JTE3D said, photo of the top Patreon each month.
Ooh. It's just gonna be. Wait, no. I could. It's just whether. So would it have? If nobody subscribes over the whole month, it would just be the same person, right? Also,
At
100,000
JTE
views.
3D said, employee of the month. Just a photo of you.
Tempting. So I discovered you can unscrew the handle. I was curious. Yes,
At
it just
JTE
unscrews.
3D said, or a photo of ChatGPT.
Ooh. Joseph, how would you like a hat? I know you like hats. How would you like a hat? I can send you a hat. Please take the hat. I don't want the hat.
At M97120 said, what are we looking at?
A
At
hat.
JTE 3D said, I don't wear hats.
God damn it. The fuck am I supposed to do with this hat? JLC PCB hat. In a charity shop near you. Soon. Most likely. Along with the other shit that's in that box. We were taking apart a drone, and then we disassembled the drone, and now we have
JTE
8
3D
motors.
said, didn't you get several Creolite hats?
No, I rejected those. Actually, I had one. I gave them away to charity. Somebody's gonna pin down my location by the fact that they find a Creality and a JOC PCB hat in a charity shop. I'm gonna make sure to put it on one that doesn't post what they have online. This one has 4 wires. These ones have 3 wires. Shit. How does that work? Oh, of course the chip doesn't have any markings on it, because why make it easy? Okay, then in that case, I thought this was going to be PWM, the same way that this one is, but apparently not, because this one has 4
At
wires.
950 said, cut the 4th wire, fixed.
Yeah, that's how that
At
works.
Ice Squishworm said, carrot.
There's no writing on it. There's nothing. It's blank. How am I supposed to know how to control it? Now I have 8 motors I can't do anything with.
At Ice Squishworm said, write something on it then.
So, fun fact, the original plan for my smart bathroom curtain was to use these drone motors
Said,
to
just
blow
put
it
6
backwards
dB
and
into it.
forwards. And it's not gonna help. I do actually want to use these for a project, but I don't know what yet. So I want to keep them alive. But yeah, that was the original plan for the curtain. I was gonna have it be blowing backwards and forwards,
At
depending on which way I wanted
M97120
it to
said,
go.
you could use the motors to make a hat that flies onto your head. When
Yes,
you leave
I
the house,
could.
just whistle and the hat comes flying. You even already have a hat.
Yep, perfect. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some kind of death trap with these at some point. But for now, I'm gonna save them.
At JTE 3D said, Inspector Gadget hat.
I loved Inspector Gadget. And then they made a movie. Maybe not 18 volts. Maybe
At Ice
not 4
Squishworm said,
volts.
you seem too young to know Inspector Gadget.
Nope, I loved Inspector Gadget, the original show. Let there be... Nope, I'm turning up the current. Let there be lights.
Blue lights.
I already burnt them, didn't I?
Oh no.
How disappointing. They only lasted about 10 volts. Ugh.
At Carter.
Man, they just
Said,
don't make blue
nice.
LEDs like they used to. How old do you guys think I am, by the way?
At Ice
Also,
Squishworm
when did
said,
Inspector Gadget
LOL he
came
did a
out?
you at Carter. At M97120 said, 69.
Ha,
At Ice
nice.
Squishworm said, 34. At JTEE3D said, breed new LEDs with the last surviving ones, selective breeding. At Grasspuddle950 said, 31.
Okay, okay. The original show came out in 1983. Wait, they're still making it? What the fuck? What do you mean till 2000? What? They're not still making it, are they? No. Then why do... 1988? Okay, well, I guess I must have been watching reruns or something. But yes, I did watch them. Because it seems that they stopped making it before I was born. Fascinating. All of your guesses are wrong, by the
At
way.
Ice Squishworm said, yeah I thought you was too young.
I've still watched them. Still enjoyed them.
At
Maybe they
Carter
only...
said, I watched Inspector Gadget too. At JTEE3D said, camera gone bye God.
God damn it, this...
At Ice
Why?
Squishworm said, you are young too at Carter.
Why is this camera being a douchebag? I think it might be the USB cable I'm using. It might be a little bit flimsy. Right, what am I doing with this tape now? So sticky. Okay, so it's a very thick double-sided tape. That's gonna come in useful one
At
day.
Grasspuddle950 said, Squish thinks everyone is young. At Ice Squishworm said, they are to me at Grasspuddle950.
And in the bin. Hell yeah. Okay. Ow. I feel like I've already started peeling it and it's already... I want to continue, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. Can I outsource this to a less developed country than England? Like, I don't know, America, for example? Oh, burn!
At Ice Squishworm said, I will peel it for you, I am in the UK.
Alright, come down to Newcastle and I'll hand it to you. If it arrives broken, I will be mad. On the plus side, it seems that they did actually leave me power leads.
At Ice
and,
Squishworm
like,
said,
power
that
pads
would
here.
be up to Newcastle then. At Grasspuddle950 said, I haven't had a brown ale in a long time.
Ooh, I met up with James when I was in London.
James, so if you guys have watched my my secret
At iSquishworm
Santa
said,
video,
I have not had a drink in a long time.
you guys have seen my my secret Santa video where I made a DIY smart glass. James is the guy I made the glass for, so I met up with him when I was down in London. That was fun. Really nice guy.
At iSquishworm said, yup.
We had a beer. He's kind of a beer connoisseur, so he ended up giving me a whole platter of beers, and to kind of like see what I like and dial in my my options. So that was quite nice.
At iSquishworm said, I can be in London in like just under an hour.
Cool. I can be there in 5. if I book the coach at like 3 weeks in advance, and they don't cancel it. Right. Oh. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
At M97120 said, so now your beer taste is professionally calibrated?
Yes.
iSquishworm said, I am near Gatwick. At JTEE3D said, what do you want to talk about with this glue gun project?
Just kind of what the, do you want to jump on voice chat maybe? I mostly just want to, you know, just kind of what the plan is, how it's looking, that kind of stuff.
At JTEE3D said, sure. At Grasspuddle950 said, the airport? Nice.
Nice indeed. I'm gonna be
At iSquishworm said,
in
yes,
the Patreon
at
chat.
Grasspuddle950 I am slightly south of it.
Output. What is my input? That's why my input is bad. I would like you to use this microphone, please.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can hear you, yeah.
Okay, cool. I can hear you. Fantastic. Right.
Can chat hear me?
Can chat hear Joseph? Chat's thinking about it.
At iSquishworm said, yeah but quiet.
Yes, but quiet. Right. I will try to... all of the wrong buttons. I will max up my
At
output.
M97120 said, chat can hear Joseph.
Chat can hear Joseph. What up, Max? How you doing? Okay. In that case...
Am I too loud now?
Probably not. I have a feeling you're still probably quite quiet compared to the TTS, but I'll go along with it. Right. Okay, so the plan for the PCB is to basically just have a board that we can... I will share my screen in a sec. This is how it looks like currently. It's just there's just a screen with some buttons, and all of the electronics are in the handle. But luckily, all of the electronics are simple enough that we can put them on one board. So the idea is that we just have a single board that we can have on the outsides on it, and then just run a couple of wires on the inside. So that's going to be a thermistor, and one that connects to the power, and one that connects to the heater so that we can actually turn it on and off. And the MOSFET and everything is going to be on the single PCB. And hopefully it should work with any like battery-ish powered hot glue guns, apart from the low voltage ones like 3.3 volts and all that stuff. Well, I say 3.3, but I mean like the 18650 kinds. So that's the main idea. And Joseph here is the person that I entrusted in making the PCB, because I will not be able to do it without wasting a lot of money and a lot of time. Is that about where we are?
I think so, yeah. So I have some experience with electronics. I wouldn't call it up-to-date electronics because it's not been a while since I've actually done any real electronics project, but I do have a degree in electronics, so that's something. I've just not utilised my skills with it, but I suppose I'm Mellow Labs' electronics consultant, I guess. So I have
That's what I'm
entrusted
gonna
with
write
said
down.
task.
That's what I'm gonna write down on the invoice. Consultant.
So we have started making a schematic, and I can share my screen if you want. If you
Yeah,
want to
go
show
for
the
it.
progress of it. Obviously, we're open to other people's
Suggest-
input. A lot of what I've done is based on research that I've done. It's not really been. So I would imagine people who work on a project like this might already have prior experience with designing boards for integrating an ESP microcontroller onto a board, but that's not something I've ever done. So I've just been doing lots of research, and me and Tom both have a document that a Google Doc that we're sharing, and I've pasted a load of reference links to resource and references links onto it. So hopefully
You're not sharing a screen, yeah, are you?
not yet. No, 1 second.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Yes,
find Discord.
we have a doc somewhere. There it is. Couldn't find it.
I wouldn't show the doc on the screen because it will have the link that other people can
Right, I will not
potentially
show.
look at it.
I will not show the link on the stream. I didn't do it. Don't worry. Right. That should be the screen. Okay. Just waiting on which stream. There we go.
I'm
Right,
sharing my
that's-
screen now, so hopefully I'm not going to reveal any of my own personal information, but
Fingers crossed.
yeah,
Okay, you are live.
cool. So this is the progress we have with the schematic at the moment. I've just put in our requirements from the Google Doc, just so I don't have to open up the Google Doc itself and potentially share the link. So we're going to have the usual safety bits regarding power, so reverse polarity protection, fuses, etc. Haven't really given that too much thought, but they seem like the sensible things to have. And then some sort of buck converter that converts the battery voltage down to the MCU voltage, so down to the 3.3 volts, and then a MOSFET that's capable of switching the highest heater power that we may encounter. And then some extra nice to haves that we've been thinking about, maybe a battery indicator on the screen itself, similar to the Pine Sill, where when it's connected to a battery, it will tell you the percentage of it. We haven't really discussed
I
that
didn't actually.
together.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing of this. It's a cool idea. Wouldn't it have to be calibrated for depending on what battery it's using?
Yeah, so you can probably hazard a guess with the actual battery that it's connected to based on its current voltage. So I don't think there'd be any overlap on your level. So say you had a 2S battery connected. I don't think there would be an overlap of the voltage range if there was a 3S battery connected. So 18 volts is going to be, if the voltage was 18 point something volts, that's going to be the 18 volt battery. So you can kind of assume that, I think, but we could make it configurable if people wanted to do that. I think that would just be a nice to have, because short of the various LEDs you get on the battery packs for these drill battery type glue guns, you don't get much more information than that.
Question.
And then when it's connected, yes.
Why are you on Mac OS?
Oh, I've got a new laptop.
Oh, you've given in to the Mac OS life.
Well, I used to have a Mac, and my Windows laptop was just pissing me off basically every time I wanted to do something on it, like Fusion while running PHP Storm, while running Prusa Slicer, while watching a YouTube video, struggling a bit.
No. Is this an M1?
You know, this is an M4 Max.
Ooh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Okay, sorry, continue. I just got
invested.
distracted because I was sure that I didn't see Mac OS in your life before. Okay, cool.
Don't be getting too upset about the Windows-like taskbar at the
I
bottom.
did
I've
notice that
still
as
got-
well, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. I don't even like the default Windows taskbar. I have to have the tab things expanded. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's just the way I am. People have opinions about
Opinions.
my taskbar, but I don't
It's
care.
fine. I don't mind the taskbar. I mean, I was the first to switch to the center taskbar on Windows 11. Like, it's fine.
No, I don't like it. I'm a Windows XP baby, so having it in as Windows XP as possible is my preference.
I mean, so am I, but I think I have a little more experience with Vista than XP. Anywho, tangent over. Back to the
It all
design.
started to go downhill when Windows 7 came out and they
At Carter
condensed all of
said,
the buttons.
Windows 7 is my favorite Windows.
Anyway, right, we're getting distracted. So yeah, the whole switch to Mac thing was in the works anyway. I'd had a Mac before, so I was really aware of it, and ended up going back to Windows because I use Windows for work as well. But
At iSquishworm said,
nah,
not I am with
Mac,
you, I don't like the centered one,
it's
but you
very
can
power
turn off the
efficient as
centered
well.
taskbar.
I can put my laptop in my bag without switching it off, and it will still work. Whereas the
That's
laptop
possible? No way.
the laptop that I used to use as my daily driver, I'd put in my laptop and forget to switch it off, and I'd have a really warm back because it didn't realise that it should sleep, even though I told it to. And then it was a 5-year-old laptop as well, so the battery in it had died. Anyway, distractions. So now I'm very happy with my new purchase, and hopefully it will last me many years to come.
Sweet.
User interface, as is with Tom's current design, small OLED and some tactile buttons. And one of the things that I think would be quite nifty is if people could flash their firmware without having to open it all up again. So maybe tying one of the temperature buttons to the boot button, because I've not actually really used ESPs a lot, but my understanding is you hold the boot button down to get into a sort of DFU mode. Is that right?
Depends. All of the ones that I have, I will just like go into, well, all of the DF Robot ones that I've played around with will just go into working mode when you plug them in. So like I've never really, unless I've had to like fucked up something with a script, I've just plugged them in and they've always worked. But yeah, we can figure out a boot button. Maybe we can just have one that's like a tiny one that you have to press in with like a, what's it called? Like a SIM card tool or something.
Yeah, that could be done. Just by the way, your camera has frozen, and also apologies if I talk over the chat. I cannot hear the chat as it's being spoken out.
They're not saying anything interesting anyway.
Cool. Just slagging off my taskbar. Anyway, so sensors, temperature, obviously, and a feature that was mentioned in some of the comments, and I'm sure Tom probably had the idea himself, was some sort of electrometer to sleep the device or lower the temperature while it's been stationary for a little while, same as what the Pine Tool has,
At Carter
and other
said, "Geez."
related soldering irons. So
Yeah.
at this stage, if anyone wants to copy the schematic, I wouldn't bother because it's untested. But obviously, if you beat us to it with building a product, good luck to you. So this is the ESP32 kind of schematic and constellation of supporting components. The antenna side of things is yet to be determined. But it's got all the basics. You've got your. Sorry?
I thought we were just going to use like the integrated module with the antenna and everything, so we can just plop that down on the PCB.
We could, but I think for saving space, it would be good to have it integrated. So
All right,
if
fair
I
enough.
just bring up this other tab. So I've been doing some research and found other people's projects that I've taken heavy inspiration from. This
enough.
one probably being a better one. So my idea is to basically plop this on our board.
Okay, cool.
I like this one particularly because of the design of the antenna. So this is the antenna up here.
Yeah.
It's like a small component rather than it being a squiggle. trace on the PCB. I think that's quite a neat way of doing it. I've read some comments online about it not being too great in terms of range, but realistically, you're going to be next to your solder, your glue gun. You're not going to be home assistant in your glue gun. I think that'd be a silly idea. But no, I like this one particularly because they seem to have done an actually decent job of isolating the antenna from everything else. Some of the other implementations I've seen have kind of just slapped it where it fits, and it's not the best electrical way of doing it.
Yeah, I don't think range is going to matter that much because it's only going to be there like for configuration at the very least. TTS is not broken, by the way. I paused it because it's just interrupting Joseph. I'll unpause it later. To answer Max's question, yes, there will be an accelerometer to have like sleep mode and stuff. So, yes. Sorry, you can continue.
I see Grass Puddle 950. It says, "Does it have an antenna connector? I like big ones."
No.
You could do, with your newly controllable glue gun, you could just glue an antenna on top if you like the look of antennas.
Yes, in case your hot glue gun requires a 50-meter Bluetooth antenna. Oh boy, oh boy.
But another good resource is the actual Pine Seal, because they provide the schematics and all of the components that they use on the board. So to be able to look at the particular power MOSFET that they're using and the datasheet, you can get a good idea if that would be a good fit for your project, and look for alternatives to that if it's not available on JLC's library, for example, which I think most of the components are anyway.
Cool.
And they provide the schematic if you're into that sort of thing. So if
I like
you were
the lines. I don't know what they mean.
If you wanted to implement some sort of USB PD functionality where you could make your... We're not doing this, by the way, but if we wanted to make a version...
I thought we were.
Not right now. I think get a basic version out first, potentially.
Okay, gotcha.
But if you wanted to make it so that your glue gun was PD powered instead of... or as opposed to... as an alternative to battery powered, you could, maybe. We'll think about that, I think. But this is a really good resource for kind of seeing how they've done it. So yeah. Anyway, back to our schematic. So that you've got your ESP MCU section here. I've not boxed it off yet because it's incomplete. But the things that I'm sort of semi-set on, I've stuck a box round just to keep it nice and tidy. So you've got your regulator that regulates the wide range of voltages from the battery down to 3.3 volts for the processor. Then you've got your USB input, so you've got your resistors to basically tell whatever charger it's not going to charge it, but whatever you connect it to supply 5 volts. If for whatever reason your laptop or PC's motherboard has PD, you want to be able to specify 5 volts, please. It will most probably only ever be used for the data pins and not for power, but there is circuitry in place to make sure that the power is switched nicely to some extent. So it's not super smart in the sense that it won't prioritize USB, but it will it'll prioritize whichever regulator is pumping out the highest voltage. So even if you've got USB connected, there is a chance, based on the tolerances of the regulators, that the battery voltage is what's going to be used to power the MCU, but that's not an issue, I don't think, for now. The USB is purely going to be for configuration and firmware upgrades or whatever.
Cool.
And then buttons is the very simple. So I've got the enable button, which I honestly don't really know what it does. I've not played around with ESPs enough to know what it does, but it's on all of the schematics that I've looked at. So
I'm sure GetLifty would be able to tell us if he was here.
And then the T plus and T minus buttons, and I've also repurposed the T plus to be the boot button as well. So that's just on a GPIO pin that you can use once it's fully booted up, to my understanding.
Cool.
So that's it really at the moment. So other things to add off the top of my head are MOSFET control and the accelerometer.
Mhm.
Can't think of anything else. I know I
Sweet.
texted you about 1 or 2 o'clock the other night with a list of things and probably woke you up in the process, but
You did. That's why I replied with emojis.
yeah, I realised I didn't check the time before I sent the message. Also, if you don't want to be disturbed, stick your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Which I did after the fact. I don't have enough friends to usually have to. Nobody messages me. So, yeah. Yeah, sick. So why exactly can't we do USB PD?
We could, but what's the point? I mean, I suppose that's a bit of an open-ended question. You could do that, I suppose.
Because
It's
if
entirely
my
possible, it
battery
just adds
dies and I still need to hot glue things.
Now, this is called feature creep. It would be
Okay,
amazing
okay.
if we
It
did
would
do
be
feature-
feature creep if it wasn't outlined in the original doc. So it was a feature that was already in described.
Okay, I will look into PD.
Yes.
It would be amazing to have a PD powered glue gun.
Should be fine. It's within the spec.
The only issue is, I suppose, if you're gonna have to make sure that you're pumping out the right voltage for whatever. I suppose that should be pretty trivial, because if you read the voltage from the battery, I'm pretty sure most of the glue guns aren't smart and they just pass through power to the heater anyway. So if it's giving you, say, 20 volts, just pass through the 20 volts anyway. Although, no, if we PD in it, then it won't know what the battery voltage is. Yeah, worth thinking about.
Yeah, cool. I guess I will probably do some research into some widely available hot glue guns, well, battery-powered hot glue guns that I can kind of look into and see if they work pretty much exactly the same, and if not, how do they differ, and see if we can make adjustments for any of that. But I think for the most part, it's mostly going to be exactly the same, just dumping power into the heater when it's on.
Yeah.
There is...
Yeah, I suppose you could maybe measure the resistance of the heater. I'm thinking of all these ways we could make sure that we're giving the correct voltage to it. But yeah, when I looked at, when I did some research myself into the different types of glue guns, I was quite quickly discouraged from trying to design it to work with the 18650 based glue guns, just because they seem to have a bit more electronics involved. Big Clive has done a teardown of I think it's Screwfix glue gun, maybe.
Screwfix?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Parkside or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something. Yeah. And it had a controller between the battery and the heater and its own temperature sensor. And it's like, don't really want to be messing with that, because there's not going to be anywhere that, unless you bypassed it.
See, now that's feature creep.
Yeah, but then you'd want to make sure that the temperature sensor is sort of, you know what temperature the temperature sensor is telling you, because it's obviously just going to be a voltage value. You're not going to get a number off of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think keep it simple, and realistically, like if you're using a glue gun, you're probably going to have a beefier glue gun. You're not going to be using a
small one, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it depends on how much people are hot gluing, and from what I've read in the comments, people like the fact that, well, people hate the fact that you can't control the temperature of the regular hot glue guns. It just dumps heat, which after a while the hot glue just ends up being way too hot. So if I can solve that issue, that'd be great. Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing my screen now.
I will stop watching your screen now. So yeah, that is the plan that has been laid out. We are working on it. Do not bug me. I did publish the code, so I didn't realize that I didn't publish the GitHub repository before I left for my holiday. I thought I pushed it. Turns out I didn't. I had the repository made. I just didn't push it. So I have now uploaded the code and I posted a link in the description of the video. So it's all there. Oh, I need to catch up on TTS. So let's unpause that. We're going to see if TTS unpausing works now.
At Pyrohouse said, already copied.
You can
At iSquishworm
get
said,
back to the TTS
installing
thing.
it on my glue gun now.
Yeah.
At iSquishworm said, LOL nice we have cry. At M97120 said, will it have an accelerometer so it can go in standby mode? At Grasspuddle950 said, does it have an antenna connector? I like big ones. At Pyrohouse said, yeah TTS is broken again. At Pyrohouse said, oh. At M97120 said, are you Ella? Because you are frozen. At iSquishworms said, thanks for the update. At Grasspuddle950 said, unlimited gluing. At JTEE3D said, I'm back in chat now.
Okay, cool. So we are up to date. Are there any questions about the hot glue gun or about anything else? About my life? Preferably not that one, but about the hot glue gun? Ask away. And in a few minutes, I guess we'll be finishing up so that I can go and, of course. Interesting. Play around with my
At
hot glue gun.
Grasspuddle950 said, LOL.
Why is the screen not turning on? Hello? Oh no, what happened? Why is the screen not turning? What the fudge? Huh? Are we broken? Where did we break? Oh boy, I did leave
At
this alone
iSquishworm
for a
said,
while.
broken. At JTEE3D said, maybe it needs time to warm up.
I have a feeling, well, I don't think it wouldn't warm up if it's not telling it to warm up.
At JTEE3D said, sound _ broken.
Is it heating up? I can't quite tell. I don't think it's really heating up. I don't think it's heating up, which means the microcontroller isn't telling it to heat up. Oh boy, that's not good. These are the problems that will be ironed out.
50 said, wire broke. At M97120 said, thermal cam time.
I don't have a thermal camera.
At JTEE3D said, glue gun disassembly stream. At iSquishworms said, back to the drawing board.
Yep. Okay. Well, I guess that will be it for today. Thank you very much for watching.
At Grasspuddle950 said, I hope you don't have to glue something back.
Me too. What happened
At
to my thermal camera?
M97120 said, what happened to the thermal cam?
So I tried converting it from USB-C to USB-C and accidentally broke it in the process. And then I got kind of mad and I removed all the components from the PCB. And now I no longer have a
Post-it notes was maybe a bad idea after all.
I don't think it's the post-it notes. I think the post-it notes are doing the job just fine.
Don't go. Now we debug the glue gun. For cooking.
But. Okay. I'm supposed to be watching a TV show with my partner.
At M97120 said, Oh damn sad thermal cam news. At JTE.
Oh, this is old.
Cam pros.
Oh goody. This is old news. You missed the stream where I tried fixing it. There was a whole stream dedicated to me trying to fix the thermal camera. Okay, fine. Oh, this battery was made in the People's Republic of China. Wow. Who would have thought? I have a feeling everything works exactly as it was supposed to as soon as I open it.
At iSquishworm said, maybe removing the battery killed he MCU. At Grasspuddle950 said, Ryobi always comes from the highest quality places.
Ryobi Springs in the PRC. Oh my god, I need someone else.
At Carter said, Cam Pros is BTW.
Okay, let me swap this goddamn cable. Wait, that's weird. The microphone works, but the camera freezes. Strange.
At iSquishworm said, wonder is same cam as Mick had at Carter. At iSquishworm said, if asterisk. At Carter.
Okay, hello.
Said at
Cool.
iSquishworms
We're back.
probably.
Okay, never mind. I don't have the right bit. I changed the USB cable. Hopefully this one stops being a douche. It's already less laggy than the cooking stream in the last stream. I tried watching it back. It was quite painful. By the way, 100,000 views on the last video. Not a single email from Ryobi. Not even a season assist. Ta-da! Get out. Right. What is wrong?
At iSquishworm said, change he brand of glue gun then.
Okay, power is on. Where are we not getting power? Maybe they pushed an update that bricked it. Shouldn't we be getting... Let's see if we're getting 5 volts. We are in fact getting 5 volts. Oh, it is heating up. Oh, for fuck's sake, I did say. I said, as soon as I open it, it's going to work perfectly. What the fuck? Okay, well,
At
let's...
Partner said, LOL. At M97120 said, they are going to steal your idea, so now they're avoiding contact so that they can pretend they didn't know about your mod. At Grasspuddle950 said, fixed. At iSquishworm said, rolling on the floor laughing. At iSquishworm said, dodgy soldering.
It's not dodgy soldering. How dare you? It's mean. My soldering skills are perfectly fine. I'm going to use some electrical tape on everything.
At Grasspuddle950 said, your glue gun disagrees. At M97120 said, didn't you have to compress everything together in order to fit the housing? Maybe it doesn't
Yes.
like that. At JTE3D said, do you have any chunky heat shrink?
Not chunky enough for this. It's fine. Compression does not affect the Pico. Unless...
At Grasspuddle950 said, the paper can be slightly conductive.
I don't think that was the thing. I might have been pushing down on like the boot button. So when this presses down, it pushes down on the boot button of the Pico. Which is probably...
At JTE3D said, desolder the boot button.
That was also
At
my
Partner
first idea.
said, oh yeah, the boot button LOL. At iSquishworm said, remove the boot button. At M97120 said, haha classic.
It's either the reset or the boot button. See, but this wasn't... Ugh. Fine. Right, let's hope I never have to
At iSquishworm said,
flash the firmware
remove
on
vote.
here. Both have been removed. So now when I turn it on, does it still work? It does. Cool. Go back in here. Spring. Oh, I had it. There it is. See, this is why right to repair needs to be a thing. So that you can break it and then fix it again. Shit. This fucking spring. Cool. Let's put that, which, okay, so I'm thinking long, long, long at the back here, and then long.
At JTE3D said, have you put your patented post-it notes back in?
No, I'm using electrical tape now. See, it closes just fine. What the fuck?
M97120 said, I once made an LED sign with a button that, when long pressed, got to a specific color mode. I showed it to someone and the guy pressed it long enough to reset the firmware. At iSquishworms said, Just hot glue it together.
Okay, so if I put the two sides together, it doesn't work. If I remove them, it works. Okay, so there's a short circuit somewhere. But where? I have a feeling it's gonna be this little
Ice Squishworm
resistor
said,
here.
Weird.
So I did kind of
JTE3D
mention in the
said,
video.
What about some of the JLC thick sticky tape?
I don't think that's gonna help too much in here. So I did mention in the
M97120
video that
said,
instead of
you
using
have to
those
print a bigger housing.
big resistors that I have, I've opted to use SMD resistors just with some wire soldered on. I didn't get a good close-up of it at the time, but there it is. I think it might be that touching the whatever chip that is on the Pico there. So let's try this again with a little more tape. It's not fitting. I realized after the fact that I easily could have run some of the wires back here because there's a lot more room.
JTE3D said, camera has froze again. At JTE3D
No, it
said,
hasn't.
LOLJK.
Oh my. Which piece of plastic is in my way? Which piece of plastic is getting removed?
At Ice Squishworm said, rolling on the floor laughing. At Grasspuddle950 said, OMG that evil, LOL.
Okay, we still have the same problem. What? What is causing you? I press that down and then I turn it on. It
At
turns
Parker
on.
Said, could still be bad soldering / bad wire.
Why did it work for the first? Why did it work completely fine in the video and then stop working? What the fuck? What am I missing? What exactly is being pressed down here?
At Ice Squishworm said, is it something to do with thermistor wires?
Seems unlikely. I'm trying to like squish it down with my fingers as much as I can to see if any of that causes it to do that, but it doesn't. Same problem. What in the fuck?
At JTEE3D said, version 2 can't come soon enough.
Honestly. Okay, it's still not turned on.
At John Richardson 85 said, is there any kind of metal on the other side of the housing?
No, it's all plastic. Okay, so it's still not coming on. Now it's coming on. Okay, so I think... Oh, are we grounding out on the screw here? Is that what it is? I mean, I'm not smelling anything burning, so... If anything, that's good. I think I might just be grounding out the plus 5 volt pin directly onto that screw. Nope, that wasn't it. I mean, I'm not saying that my soldering is good. I'm just saying I don't think that's what it is. Maybe it was the back boost converter grounding out on the USB. Nope, still not it. Could you stop trying to run away, please? Oh. My microphone is at 10% battery. That's not good. Whatever that did not fix it. What in the fudge cakes? doesn't work. That's funny. Why doesn't it work? Still doesn't work. What did I break? I am realizing that the Pico is slightly bent. Can you see that? Slightly bent. Could that be what's causing me?
Oh.
It works.
At iSquishworm said, is it a BGA? At iSquishworm said, that might explain it. At StormBurnX said, oh dear. At M97120 said, looks like a back pocket iPhone.
Clearly the answer is just we're holding it wrong. Okay, still doesn't work. Fucking stay in there, you twat. My god, you want to escape?
At iSquishworm said, maybe look at it another time and go watch your show slightly smiling face and chill.
Okay. It works. I hate the spring. I think it might just be that the Pico is ever so slightly the wrong curvature now. Yeah, it's not working. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna come back to, well, I'm gonna do a PCB and then come back to it. So, again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe.
At
We'll
JTE3D
it's
said,
not
rip.
rip. It's not rip. It'll be fine.
At
I'll fix it tomorrow.
M97120 said, you could just use it without the housing. Who needs that anyway? Only amateurs. At JTE3D said, nice hanging out with you. At Pyro House
It's
said,
been lovely
I'm
hanging
Eloy.
out with you too. Goodbye.
At Carter said,